Okay, hi, this is Carrie Ann. I'm coming to you from my home with my teens for our teen talk here. And we're not going to talk about the virus, but we're just going to talk about how our teens have been dealing with being at home and not being able to go outside and basically live life as normal, and how we're dealing with like depression or isolation. So we're going to start with Bethany. So Bethany, tell us a little bit about what you have been doing since the country is shut down.
Yeah, I have been spending all my time inside my property. I'll like sit outside on the swing when it's nice out, and I'll read. And I keep making TikToks. It's like a problem.
That is true. I watch them.
I make like 12 a day, and I post like.
We love your TikToks.
We do. I scroll. I'm like, holy, he's really good.
Yeah. I just get so bored.
My 10-year-old nephew, keeps constantly sending us TikToks that he looks at, and I'm like, I don't even know how you make a video. I have a TikTok account, but I don't know how you make a video. That's
we
my
have
next
to make
goal.
TikToks in the shop. We're gonna have to.
Yes, we have to.
So I learned, because I see all these people dancing. I'm like, I got this. I can do this. But when we get back to normal, we'll learn how to do it.
I had gained like 100K last week, and I was just like,
I know.
Yeah,
You,
Bethany's famous.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So, Miss Emma, what have you been doing since we've all been in lockdown?
Well, I'm just trying to keep as busy as possible. I sleep a lot of the time, if I'm being honest. I have a giant paint by numbers I bought to do. I have a homework board that this is this is all my homework.
Love that.
Yeah, it just keeping busy with schoolwork, anything, puzzles. I'll go sit outside, like Bethany said. I sit on my porch and I'll do my homework, read, whatever, things like that.
Okay. What about you, Miss Zoe?
I'm watching a lot of Netflix and YouTube and TikToks. I sleep a lot of the time too. I try to go outside, but it's Pennsylvania, so it's a little hard to do that sometimes. And try to do my homework, so that's about it. Keep busy.
Awesome. And what about our Kenzie?
My mom let me work at Dunkin' still, so I'm still working at Dunkin', and we got a lot of crazy people there. Like, they're all crazy. I have done a lot of puzzles. We did, just this weekend, we did 1,000 puzzle. It was pretty fun. I've been just quarantined with 3 dogs. My sister's brought her dogs home. So we have 3 dogs, crazy, and we walk them 3 times a day now because they're all crazy.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I saw, there was a picture of a dog that was on top of the counters. I think it was on Facebook, and the owner was going to go walk it, and the dog was like, I've already walked 5 times today. So I think the animals are like, I'm done walking. I don't want to walk anymore, and just leave me alone. I know my cats are like, why is she still here? She's never home. But, well, let's talk a little bit about our only senior that we have on our Teen Talk is Kenzie from Peters Township. And let's kind of start with her, because this has probably been the most detrimental time for you and your senior year. So let's kind of maybe relate it so that some of the seniors that are watching, how are you dealing with and handling the fact that, all these activities have been canceled or postponed, and, how can you help somebody else to be able to, deal with it and put things in perspective?
Well, when they said school was we're taking a little break. I was like, okay, because we were 1 week away from our musical. We were doing Big Fish, and we practiced so much for it. And then that week went by, and then they said all schools are canceled. So that kind of ripped my heart out a little bit, because it's my senior year right now. And at Peters, we do handprints, and the seniors were going to go to the zoo, and we were just going to do all the senior stuff. But now everything everything's done with, no more track, no more like any of the sports, and I feel just so bad for the other seniors because we've been waiting for this for 18 years of our life, and then we get the opportunity and this virus had to happen.
Now, couldn't you guys like find a way to everybody? Like, I don't know if you have connections with all your senior class, but is there a way that you can find to do like your handprints and everybody gets that done? I don't know what you guys do for that. But
our one of the girls and one of the senior girls, they decided to make a Peters Township senior group on Facebook. So, and then the student council is a part of that too. So they're like, send us your ideas, seniors. So they're doing like shout out on Instagram for seniors. And they're like, if we can't have prom, do you guys want to have like prom in the summer or anything? So like they're trying to make the seniors have fun with it because we can't have fun at school right now. So they're doing some stuff. And then there's a Peters Township senior parent page, and they've been talking. They're like, let the students paint their parking spots, or like, because we don't want to have a virtual graduation. They said they might have one, that just let the seniors parade around in their cars to have their own little graduation, because we don't want to have a virtual one.
No, I understand that's a big, that's a big accomplishment, and that's something that you don't want to miss out on. And I understand because my stepdaughter, she's graduating from college this year, and her graduation got canceled as well, or postponed, and they said that you guys could walk in December, which I mean that's a nice gesture, but I understand it's not the same because you're not.
Yeah, we've been like waiting for this day to happen, and then it's getting postponed.
Right. So, well, I think that we can kind of turn some things into positive, and see how, you take like a bad situation and turn it into a good situation. I mean, in life, there's always obstacles that you have to overcome. It's just how do you twist it and turn it and able to, embrace it a little bit better. But let's talk to, let's do Bethany. Like, any advice do you have for, you're a junior this year. What advice maybe you have? I don't know, you have your junior senior prom. What's Ken and Mac doing, or have you had any senior friends?
Like, I think the biggest thing for my friends is the fact that like everything that they've worked for is over now. So we haven't really come up with anything yet because nothing's officially canceled for us, nor is it postponed. It's just up in the air because our prom is in late May and our graduation's in early June. So we don't really know what to do yet about it. So I don't think they're really saying or doing anything.
Well, I think, there is still hope. I mean, if anything in life, we always have to have hope and faith that certainly things will work out. And, hopefully that, everybody will be able to experience their prom and even experience their graduation. And you'll remember this definitely as far as something very different that no other class. So not to feel honored, but you're very unique. But so Emma, you go to Baldwin. So what, you have a junior senior prom. What are your classmates saying? And, how are you handling some of the activities that you had coming up?
So our prom did get rescheduled for July 10th in the summer, but they did say that if this does continue until then and social distancing guidelines are going to be extended, that we will have to cancel it if it does go as far as that. I am hoping that's not the case. As far as graduation, I haven't heard anything really about it. I know it did get canceled. I haven't heard anything about rescheduling. WPIAL, sports, everything. I know that hurt a lot of people at our school, especially our track. Everyone who's involved with track is really disappointed. Luckily for me, I play tennis. I hope this doesn't go into summer for me. But yeah, everyone's handling it decently right now. We all try to stay in contact with each other. Our our school, we have ways to contact anyone we need to if we have to. Yeah, we're all right, but it is disappointing, especially for our senior class. I know a decent amount of seniors who are really upset about everything that's going on, but I mean, there will be chances to make it up, hopefully. Yeah.
Okay. And then Miss Zoe, you go to Monessen. So what type of feedback are you getting, and how are you dealing with the isolation and some of the activities and stuff that have been canceled?
I haven't really heard about anything like graduation or anything prom being rescheduled. So as of that, I really don't know. Just my advice is just, look at it at the best way you can, and hope I hope things get rescheduled, because I do feel bad for the seniors and, everybody that went out and bought a prom dress. I just hope that they can go to prom and have a good time.
Yeah, it is challenging because, as you guys were all aware, we were having a prom project where we were trying to raise money for girls who couldn't afford to go to prom, and we were having our fashion show in March 29th, and it had to get rescheduled. Of course, we tried to reschedule it for April 17th, thinking that, we're going to get it. But unfortunately, the hotel that we're using, they're canceled until the end of May. So it kind of has put a damper on a lot of things, and hopefully, hopefully we are still planning on having it, because we had such a great response with models who wanted to be a part of it. And then also just doing a positive thing for the community as far as raising money for girls who can't afford to go to prom, that they can buy prom dresses and be able to have that one special day. So let's kind of talk about like depression and, just like isolation, because there are probably some teens out there who are dealing with, depressed, and maybe they can't connect with their friends because maybe they don't have internet. What suggestions maybe that, could we give to them as far as dealing with depression or feeling isolated from your friends? Is there any advice that we can give? We'll start with Zoe.
Maybe if you have like parents or someone in the house with you, you can maybe talk to them and just like do stuff with them, like build a puzzle or paint a picture or something to, get your mind off of it. I think like getting outside too really helps, because then you don't feel like you're in a bubble. Like you can as long as at least if you go outside, you're getting like a different scene, so I think that just try to keep yourself busy.
They always say vitamin D is good for the skin. That's good for also to keep things going within your body. It's like everyone needs vitamin D. So that is good to be able to get outside and get some fresh air. What about you, Kenzie? Any advice for somebody who's dealing with, maybe depression or feeling isolated, how we can help them?
Well, Zoe was saying, just don't sit at home all the time, because you'll just feel like a couch potato if you don't do anything. Go read a book, go outside, take a walk. If you have a dog, walk them, because they probably want to walk because they love them. Just like do something active every day, and then you'll feel good about yourself, because if you just don't do anything, in my opinion, you'll just feel so like blah. Yeah.
No, it's true. I think that's why everybody gets into the point of sleeping, because everybody wants to have a purpose. And if you don't have a purpose for that day, it's just kind of like, oh, what do I do with myself? Right. So there's only so much homework and schoolwork you want to do. And there's so much Netflix you want to watch, I guess. Right. So it's different, because I miss my business. I miss interacting with my customers. Interacting with you guys. And some days I catch myself just, wow, why is it 11 o'clock and I'm still sleeping? Because that's crazy. I could go on 4 or 5 hours of sleep, but now I'm sleeping like 10 hours. What's going on here?
They say that you should go off a schedule, like wake up at a certain time, eat lunch or dinner or breakfast at a certain time, and do something to keep your routine like going, so you're not bored all the time. That's what they say. So.
Yeah, I mean that would be good. I mean, I've kept busy as far as I cleaned out. We moved in our house probably 6 years ago, and I finally actually moved into the house because I had boxes in the garage that I finally threw away stuff, and then as everyone know, my game room, my office flooded. So it was like I've been able to keep busy, but now I'm like, oh, what do I do here? So, but I've been designing, so that's a good thing. What about you, Miss Emma?
As far as like battling with isolation and everything, feeling lonely, I'd say keep yourself busy. Even like start nitpicking at things that you do them again. If you like homework, if you have one assignment, try to drag it out, do it as perfectly as you possibly can. So it takes up just that much more time. Force yourself to get up and do things to better yourself, whether it's, I don't know, I do like face masks because I'm bored.
You do raw face masks like I do?
No, I don't do that. No. No. I don't know. I shower like 3 times a day now just because it's something to do. I've never been so clean in my life. Go outside. Yeah, I'd say honestly go outside, but keep your distance, stay on your property and everything like that. Be in the sun as long as it's nice outside. Don't stay cooped up in your room. It's definitely not good for you. I'm guilty of doing that. Yeah, I'd say just try to stay positive. Be with your family if you can't contact your friends. Heck, write a letter to your friends if you really, really miss them that much. I'm sure they'd appreciate it. Yeah.
Okay. We're going to finish up with you, Miss Bethany.
Hi. See, for me, I've found that, like, I know a lot of people who they might not have, like, a good relationship with their family, and they might not be able to talk to many friends outside of, like, their house. So what I think is, like, a good secondary option is, like, trying to pick up new skills. So, like, bread making, it's weird, but it's like strangely efficient, like, oh, I'm out of bread today, I'll just make some so then we don't have to go to the grocery store, saves a trip. Or like songwriting, some amazing pieces of art came out of like the plague in the 1300s. So I think it's definitely beneficial to try and learn new skills.
Yeah, and it kind of like takes you to like with the online classes. I mean, they have where you can learn how to play the guitar, you can learn how to play the piano. There's anything you want to find how you can do is go through online classes. I mean, and that's where I ended up getting my master's degree online, and it was challenging. And you do have to kind of, like Zoe said, you do have to kind of basically it's your self-determination in order to get through that assignment, and because you don't have anybody else there. But I do think that in the end you learn more because you're forcing yourself to be able to get your assignment done, and you have to have more confidence with yourself that like, hey, I got to figure this out because I have nowhere to go, right? Mm-hmm. So do you guys feel that, I personally think this is going to change, this is just my opinion, I just personally think this is going to change how we learn in schools going forward as far as online classes. I think it's going to be more dominant and change the structure of education. What do you guys feel? What do you think, Bethany?
Yeah, I think it's definitely going to change how things are run in the schools. Yeah, I think they're going to start handling things a lot different as well. Maybe our school hours will be cut back a little bit, and like we'll have online work instead. But I don't know. I think things are.
What about? No, I agree. What about you, Emma?
Yeah, this is definitely going to change education for the better or for worse. I don't know yet. I'm assuming we're never going to have a snow day again. And I bet, right? I guarantee that if you're like at home sick or something, there's going to be definite access to getting work, which I mean could be beneficial. I mean, it's probably going to be way more organized than what it originally was. I know we've had internet access, but we never really used it a whole lot until now. and I don't think our teachers even really knew how to use it a whole bunch. So I think this is a learning period for them too, and a developing period for them. So I definitely think internet learning will be used a whole bunch after this.
Right. What about you, Zoe?
Yeah, I do think it'll be changed because, like, for us, we don't have computers at school. So now that the teachers and the school knows that we have internet access at home, and like the teachers know how to use it now, then they can, like, maybe make like homework assignments online. And like I agree with like probably no more school day, snow days. Yeah, and it's a learning curve for both of like the teacher and the student, I think, because there's not someone there teaching you, and that's just like it's just really different, especially for like, I don't know, like a math class per se, because it's harder to learn math without someone like actually teaching you. So I think that like it's gonna change for sure. So.
Okay. Kenzie?
I feel like, well, yes, because it's 2020 right now, and all the electronic is evolving and everything. But like, a lot of teachers are using computers, and like that's good because the world and everything. But it's very challenging, I feel like, to some people, like what Zoe was saying about math. Like, I like am doing math homework, and I'm so confused, and my teacher's trying to explain it to me, and I'm like, I don't understand this. Like, I need you to teach me it face and face. You have to realize, like, not a lot of people have this, like, access to computers or phones. Like, my sister's a teacher in Hopewell right now, and some of her kids don't even have phones or computers, and they're supposed to still be learning, but they're not learning, and they're fourth grade, and they don't have that knowledge we do right now. So having computers and electronics are very good, but I'm a type of paper and pencil gal because that's how I work, and it's easier for me to learn than having electronic, because you see younger kids right now having iPhones. When I was sixth grade, I got a phone, and you see like second graders have phones now. So it's just the world is changing. It's good, but it also can be bad because how older people grew up to how younger kids are growing up. If you get what I mean.
No, it's totally understandable. I mean, with you going to college next year, I mean, I know that the college students, there's a lot of online classes that they take because a lot of college students, they end up, working. So therefore, that gives them an opportunity to be able to make money, to be able to go to college and vice versa. But, I guess looking at it this way, it's kind of giving you like a prerequisite whenever you go to your college. Which college are you going to, Kenzie?
I'm going to Clarion University.
Okay, awesome. Congratulations.
Yeah.
And what are you going to be studying?
I will be studying business marketing with a minor in communications.
Aw. Yay. How exciting. See, there is a positive in all this darkness, right?
There is, yes. It's very.
So, I know we're probably going to get close to our time here, but I wanted to just, thank you guys. I have missed you and doing our team talks, and we'll hopefully do a couple more before we all get back to civilization. But if there's one piece of advice that you could give anybody out there that's watching, as far as seniors, juniors, or even just people in general, what would you give them advice about during this time? Miss Bethany, we'll start with you.
Just make sure you're doing something healthy for yourself. So whether that's like taking a walk every 5 minutes or sleeping for 12 hours, just do whatever you need to do to get through.
And keeping a positive attitude, right? We're all in this together. Miss Emma, what do you think?
Just stay healthy, stay safe. Do something positive for you, whatever makes you feel good. Don't get into any super bad habits. Try your best to just see that it's going to be okay. It is going to be okay, or it'll be fine eventually. We just have to, wait it out.
Okay. And Miss Zoe?
Definitely stay busy and stay positive. Just try to keep yourself entertained, and that'll help you so you don't go crazy and get outside.
And then we're all going to be expecting cookies and stuff like baked goods from Zoe.
Yes, Zoe, send me something. I already have some, but
I'll send you my
Any
address.
any requests? Oh, I got a couple. Okay.
I like the thumbprints, like the thumbprint cookies. So
I'll have to get a recipe from my grandma.
yeah, I used to make them with your Uncle Sean whenever we were growing up. We were the thumbprint makers. So you asked your grandma about that. Okay, Kenzie. Well, since we're going to finish up with you, what advice can you give to anybody out there that's watching us and kind of going through this?
Just spend time with your family when you have them, because you may think that you're not spending, like, you don't spend a lot of time, like you do, but just spend time with them, because those are the people who love you and you love them. Just have fun and just be safe. Don't be stupid. One thing, going out without a face mask. I know those people. Wear a face mask. Just, I don't know, like, just be safe and just enjoy your family and everything.
Yeah, and I think during this time, it's one thing that you realize, family is more important than, being out there and, buying shoes or doing this and doing that. I mean, the real core of everything is just family and the love that you have for your family. And, time is precious and everyone needs to be able to embrace that and just show the love and take this time. I understand it is challenging, but take this time to really embrace being with your loved ones and, keeping those connections. Because sometimes when you get back to normal life every single day, it's just you realize you don't have a lot of time for the real things that really do matter. And, I know with, the business, it's, working all the time, 7 days a week. And, you're constantly on the phone doing this, doing that, and trying to challenge yourself. And sometimes you forget what the most important thing is, and that's with family. And that's the connections that you have with your loved ones. Well, this is Carrie Ann. I am very excited that we were able to bring you our Teen Talk episode from all of our homes. And we wish everybody to be safe and healthy and stay out of the fridge, keep walking your dogs. And we're going to be back with you next time. We'll be bringing since the suggestion came, we're going to bring our family members in so that you can see who our family members are and, create that continuous family bond that we have here at Dress On. Remember to love yourself, be kind, be beautiful, and remember to always embrace your curves. And we're all going to do this simultaneously. Let's give everybody a kiss goodbye. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Ciao for now.
Bye.
Bye.
This is Charlie.
Okay.
Wait, are we bringing our pets in? This is
Bring
Feta.
your pets in. Oh, there you go.
She does not like
What's
being
your pet's name? Is that a he or she?
Her name's Feta,
See?
like cheese.
Feta like the cheese. Oh my goodness.
This
Hey,
is
Zoe,
Charlie. This is my sister's
Charlie.
dog. He's a little mutt.
Hi,
Say hi.
Charlie. Oh,
Say hi.
cute.
Say hi, Chichi.
He's going to be an internet sensation. He's tired. He's like, I'm sleepy. You have to everyone had to bring their animals.
I
Emma, do
don't
you
have an animal. The closest thing I have to a pet is my dad.
Well, bring your dad on. Bring your dad on.
Oh my gosh, no.
We'll talk to your dad.
We should do like a teen talk about our family, like bring our moms on or something.
Aw, that'd be cute.
That would be so cute.
I can bring my husband because my family's in Texas right now. So